Here it is, why Lizzo refuses to reveal how much weight she's lost following rumors she shed as much as 500 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some very heavy news. That's the first of many unnecessary puns in this video. Lizzo, everybody's favorite body positivity queen, has apparently lost 500 pounds, at least according to the Daily Mail, who is known for accurate journalism. And I tell you what I think, it's about damn time. That's a great pun too. Well done me. Wait until you see the new Lizzo. You will not believe what she looks like. This transformation is incredible. But in saying all of that, surely she hasn't lost 500 pounds. What's that in kilos? 226 kilos. Okay, I don't know if she's lost 226 kilos. That's two of me. That's a big woman. The only way someone loses 500 pounds is if they misplace the back end of their Suzuki Swift. Has Lizzo lost the back end of her Suzuki Swift? Possibly. We're going to find out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I just noticed that I have dirt on my hand. I swear that is dirt I was digging in the garden beforehand. I do not have shit on my hand. Or do I? Like and subscribe to find out next week. Now, I want you all to think back to 2020. Lizzo was at the height of her career and she wanted everybody to know how good it was to be obese. She wanted everyone to know that being fat was normal. She was large and in charge and she was being hailed as the next big thing. Once again, great pun. And you see, all that body positivity nonsense, and when I say nonsense, I mean, you know, it's nice to be positive about people's bodies when they have things wrong with it, like you got an arm off or your leg's in half, you know, but not when you've just eaten too much cake. I think that's the important thing to remember here. But all of that came undone when she was accused by some of her staff for being a bully and being mean to them and being fat-phobic to them, most importantly of all. So all of this may very well have just been a charade. Maybe she's just a grifter and she deliberately got bigger and bigger to garner a bigger and bigger audience. As she grew, so did her audience. And the more famous she became, she doubled down on this idea that everyone had to be body positive. And if you were able to get bigger and bigger and fatter, that made you better as a woman. Because no one thinks that about men. Obviously. There are people out there who believe that this is all just a big conspiracy and Lizzo did this deliberately. And I would like to say to those people, I like it. I like the way you think. It's really interesting. It's fun. It's funny. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, this video is brought to you by the great people at Fume. Do you ever catch yourself reaching for a bad habit without even thinking? Like your hands move before your brain does. Stress, boredom, or even trying to fit in with your mates, well, it causes you to go for a few bad habits, now doesn't it? That's where Fume comes in. It's not about quitting, it's about replacing the bad with a habit that's not doing you any harm. It's about replacing the bad with the Fume. Fume is absolutely genius. There's no vapor, no nicotine, and no weird chemicals. No clouds, no coughs, just clean, natural flavor. And it's something to fidget with, so you're replicating what you do with your bad habit. It's made from premium wood, looks slick, and fits right in your pocket, and it feels good in the hand. Hey. And the best part, the flavors are amazing. Mint crisp is my go-to. Over 500,000 people have already tried Fume. Will you be next? And will you be the next Fume success story? That's what I want to know. Grab the journey pack today with my code Butterfield and you'll get a free topper to start your Fume journey. Click the link, ladies and gentlemen, tryfume.com/Butterfield or scan the QR code or just use the code Butterfield. Do something, head to Fume right now, and thank you very much to Fume for sponsoring this video. Maybe she abused her body for money. Who knows? I don't know. It will affect her later on in life, but that is her personal decision. So whatever the reason, whether it was people turning against her, her getting sued by ex-employees, or people thinking that she's a bit of a grifter and it's all a big conspiracy just to get bigger and bigger, to get more famous, there was a catalyst at some point. Somewhere in there, she decided that she was getting too big, too unhealthy, and everything that she was explaining to people was just a big lie. Not only was she lying to herself, but she was lying to her fans. And to see her now, you just think to yourself, why was she selling that lie? Is it really that beneficial to someone's career to sell that lie that you would risk so much damage to your own body? It must be worth it. Whatever the reason, the tide has changed. Maybe because she got out of the water. Hilarious. But Well done, me. No, you know what? That's enough. That's enough of these ridiculous, offensive jokes and puns. I've had it up to here. Are we still talking about the water? Maybe she got back in. Come and see me live. I'm everywhere, baby. I'm in LA. I'm in Texas, in Austin, Texas there. I'm in New York. I've got shows coming up in Vegas as well. Get your tickets at isaacbutterfield.com. Regardless of what the reason was, she turned heel and she decided to lose weight, and her audience wasn't happy. And when she started losing weight, people were mad at her. This happened to Adele as well. Everybody saw Adele as this relatable fat lady. And then she lost weight and became healthy, and everyone hated her for a little bit. The same thing was happening with Lizzo, and Lizzo fought back with things like this. Lizzo believes that body positivity has devolved from a movement to a code word for fat. Now, I'm sure she might explain herself in that article, what she means, and maybe it isn't as abrasive as I'm making it seem, but I would like to just go with what was said in the headline and say, yeah, it is just a code word for being a fat fuck. So good on you, Lizzo. I can't believe I'm saying this. I agree with you. Of course, that is the truth. It is just a reason to be lazy, to be body positive. And that's a real shame. You don't want to live your life like that. That's not a good way to exist now, is it? And not only is it dangerous, it's going to rip years off your life, but you won't be able to live life to its fullest when you are a giant individual. But we all know that. We all know it's not brave. We all know it's slowly killing you. People know this. Even if they lie to themselves, they know the truth. So let's find out what Lizzo looks like now after losing 500 fucking pounds. Here it is. Why Lizzo refuses to reveal how much weight she's lost following rumors she shed as much as 500 pounds. Okay, let's take a look. It's from the Daily Mail, so it must be true. Can I just say this? Good on her. Look at this. This is the before photo. Yep. Wow. And there's the after photo. Hey, well done, mate. You have fucking done so well. That's a massive effort. In that photo right there, I know it doesn't show it, but in that photo is dedication, not giving up, extreme responsibility, and a fair bit of Ozempic. But I will say this, good on you, mate. At least you're a little bit fitter, and it's not about being thinner. Like, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we're not here to get thin. We're here to be fit and healthy. That's number one. Now, obviously, drugs that do help with weight loss do have their own side effects, and more of those are coming out, so it could actually be quite dangerous. I think the best way to do this type of thing to yourself and transform is through hard work, exercise, and above all else, sorting out your diet and eating less calories than you need. Just a little bit less, eat a little bit less than the exact amount that you need per day. Go to a daily total energy expenditure calculator and eat under that and you'll lose weight. Lizzo has opened up about her drastic weight loss and shared the real reason that she believes she was criticized for being curvy. Okay, there's curvy, and then there's, you know when lava flows down a hill and it sort of just like collects on top of each other? That's not curvy. That's disastrous. But also, the only reason literally anyone gets criticized for being overweight is this. Probably two reasons. It's very unhealthy, and most of the people that do get criticized are the ones that are trying to push that it's a good idea. Okay, good. I'm glad we covered that. During an appearance on the Jason Lee show, I don't know who Jason Lee is, but hello. The 37-year-old refused to reveal the exact number of pounds she lost. Well, are we suggesting here that the Daily Mail have picked the number 500 out of thin air? But did claim that she was being bullied for her curves due to her confidence as a plus-size woman. No, you were being bullied because you wouldn't shut the fuck up about how great and wonderful it was. I think it was crazy to people because I was fat, she stated. The host, Jason Lee, responded, "You were cute when you were bigger." Fucking liar. Before Lizzo fired back, "I was fine as fuck." I mean, if I'm honest, no. When pressed to reveal the exact number of weight she lost on her journey, the singer cagely responded, "If I say a number, I don't think people could do the math." I'm not great with math, but I can work out the circumference of a circle. Pi. I better check that pi is actually the circumference of the circle. No, pi is not the circumference of the circle. Fuck, it's the ratio to the circumference of its... Fuck it. It was funnier the way I said it. She continued, "I've seen a lot of TikToks where it's like Lizzo talks about her 500-pound weight loss. Why y'all putting numbers on me? It kind of annoys me." So she didn't lose 500 pounds. Thanks, Daily Mail, you fucking clickbait. We will find the numbers. Don't worry. We'll get the numbers here before we end this video, okay? We go back to January, okay, where she denied using Ozempic. Sure. Okay, so people.com. the website. The stats in her photo, so she must have posted it on Instagram, revealed that the star had lowered her body mass index, the BMI, by 10.5 points. So that's a fuckload. So she must have been up around 50 or 45, down to 35 maybe, and had lost 16% of her body fat. That is great. And the way that I think we're going to work this out is to ask ChatGPT to, I'm going to give ChatGPT the knowledge of how tall Lizzo is and then give it 2 photos and ask it to guess its weight. Okay, ChatGPT came back guessing that Lizzo in the bigger photo was between 140 and 150 kilograms or 310 to 330 pounds. I'm going to go maybe a little bit higher, 170 to 350, thereabouts that. And now ChatGPT thinks about 115 to 125 kilos. I'm going to say let's call it 115. So yeah, round about my weight. And that's what, 250 to 275 pounds. So she's lost somewhere in the ballpark of 100 pounds, maybe 150, possibly 350, 400, 500, 600,000. She's lost quite a considerable amount. So well done. Well done, Lizzo. I hope you can keep going, and I hope you can find that you are operating better as a human being and you're actually enjoying life more and you're being able to do things that you weren't able to do because of your size not too long ago. But what's crazy about all this is immediately when this happens, look at the bullshit that comes out. As soon as Lizzo started losing weight, this was posted in Life and Style magazine. Lizzo quietly dropped 60 pounds after years promoting body positivity. Oh, so she's not allowed to improve herself just because she said that, oh, because I'm a fat girl, I should be able to do backflips or whatever the fuck she said. This is ridiculous. This is someone being healthier and you criticizing them because they're being healthier. That's fucked. Thankfully though, ladies and gentlemen, there's someone else to take Lizzo's place. We've got another big girl who wants people to really just respect her for who she is. This is, what's her name? Dank DeMoss or something? She sued Lyft after being denied a ride based on her weight.
Tonight on The Edge, a Detroit rapper is going viral for something other than her music.
Fans know her as Dank DeMoss, and they're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly denied her a ride because of her size.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
She lost the case. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about Lizzo in the comment section down below. Do you think she looks a lot better? I think she does. Good fucking on her, and I wish her all the very best. I'd also like to know what people's thoughts are about those weight loss medications and whether or not this is a positive, a net positive, or whether it is actually quite negative. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. My dick sinks. Sinks? It doesn't sink, it floats. Toodaloo. Bye.